So
I'm in New
you're in
York,
New
yeah.
York, right? Okay. So do you guys get a lot of like ice with the snow, or
I
do you just
mean,
get a lot of snow?
like extra ice, or did things freeze over?
No, we got like
Okay,
extra ice and then it
okay,
all
yeah.
froze.
I mean, it's been pretty frozen. I wasn't home for the snowstorm part of it, so I don't know what that was about.
Yeah. So so it snowed like 5 or 6
No.
inches here in Easton. And then it was just like
Okay.
ice for
Yeah.
like 12 hours. And so my girlfriend and I yesterday, after like a day of the storm, we like went for a walk. And I hear like some commotion in my neighbor's yard. I'm like, oh, the kids are out playing, like probably having a snowball fight. Look over, there's 4 kids, ice skates on, skating in their
Okay.
front yard because there was
That's
so much ice. It
incredible.
was like, it was crazy. So I was like breaking up the ice in the snow today in our driveway. It was like a good half-inch thick of ice. And these kids were just like, they were playing manhunt last night in
That's
ice skates
that's honestly
in
incredible.
Maryland. One of the coolest
Yeah.
things I've ever seen. I was like, oh my gosh, look at those kids, they're ice skating. And they could definitely hear me. They're like, what is this grown ass man?
Dude,
Why is this so
calm down,
weird to
monk.
him? And I'm like, yeah, they're like, yo, look at Unc over there. He's spazzing out. And I thought it was the coolest thing I think I've ever
Did you
seen
think about
during a
breaking out your
snowstorm.
old skates?
I did. Immediately. So first, I was like, "Do I have my skates?" No. Second, we have a
Yeah.
massive backyard, and then there's like a lot next to us that's like for sale, but it hasn't been sold. So then I was like, I should just tell the kids they could play in our backyard because
Yeah.
they have a small front yard, and they're like 12, 13 year olds. It's not like their
Yeah.
parents let them do whatever. So I was like, oh, I should do that. And then my initial thought, and maybe this is weird, but I was like, what if one of them falls, hurts themselves? Am I liable? Because I
Ooh.
told the kid to go play in my backyard. So I
Yeah,
didn't
that's a
offer
good
it.
question. I
But I
don't
was
really
like,
know laws like that, but I think it's
yeah, I
smart
don't either.
to look out for the worst. So,
Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah.
yeah.
It was something. But I was like, man, those kids would have so much fun. And I was like, that might lead to us getting sued. So I'm gonna let them play in the front
Yeah,
yard. They'll be
smart.
fine.
Yap, yap, yelling at pigeons. Yap, yap, nobody listens. Yap, yap, screaming my vision. Yap, yap, yelling at pigeons.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Yelling at Pigeons. Today is Wednesday, January 28th, and it's episode 80. No Luke today, unfortunately. We have Tanner.
No,
If you've listened to the sports episodes,
today,
if you listen to
unfortunately.
sports, we have Tanner. Everybody cheer for
Tanner's
Tanner.
here. My
Woo,
name's Tanner.
yeah, Tanner. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
look,
I do have.
what are you gonna say?
Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna say I do have a life
Yeah.
outside of sports, so you guys only see me on the sports of the football, but
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I have opinions on normal
yeah, I was
life
gonna say a
things too.
little bit different vibe. We'll see what Tanner brings to the table. We felt bad. I don't know if you listened to last week's Wednesday episode, but as soon as you got off, we were like, man, should we have invited him to talk about what's it called with us? The Night of the Seven Kingdoms.
Yeah, well, so you guys said like that's what you're going to be talking about, and I was like, in my head, I was like, if there was ever a time for me to get onto the normal show, it would be this week. But then I was like, usually when you guys put out an episode, it's about like
Yeah.
culture stuff that's kind of
Yeah.
going on. And so like that would have been the one episode out
Yeah.
of 60 that I actually could have had like something to say. So I was like, no, because I don't want to get on it and then next week sit in silence for an hour and everybody's like, what, does Tanner not have any opinions?
Well, we
on
don't like. I
anything?
mean, we
So-
only talk about like TV shows, or I mean, a couple weeks ago we talked about license plates for 50 minutes. It's a
License
very
plates are cool.
very autistic episode that comes out of.
Yeah, when you said that, it made me feel
Yeah, it's really
more
just
comfortable. So
whatever we feel like talking about. There's no like not usually a rhyme or reason to it, and we just see where it flows.
Yeah.
Speaking of, do you want to get into some Thrones?
Yeah.
Dude, we talked
Let's
about
do
last
it,
week
dude.
how it
I'm just
was a little silly. Like they're getting a little silly with this one, and I think
yeah.
this episode they had some silly moments. They
Yeah.
showed.
Yeah, I think we
There you go.
sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. We had spoken last week, I think off camera about it, about how like they were trying to differentiate this show from like Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, where like House of the Dragon and Game of Thrones both were like about the fight for the throne, obviously, and like the higher ups. And so they were trying to separate this show because it's really just about a quote unquote hedge knight who proclaims himself as that with no really lineage or anything. It's like he's just a normal person in Westeros, and that's what they were obviously trying to portray with him taking a poo behind
Yeah,
a tree.
yeah.
And so, but I like
I
the
did
second
too. It's
episode a
like
lot.
it's really showing like normal life in Westeros, like not just like oh we have to everybody's fighting all the time. It's like no, this is like just a fair, and they're you know they got silly. They showed the night that I can't even remember his name. The night that he who died. His,
Yeah,
yeah,
Aaron, I think his name is, or
massive
something
hog
like
on
that.
that guy.
Dude, he comes out and I'm like, damn, bro,
And
he's
then because you
slaying
could
that
see it
thing.
between his legs when his back was to us, and then he like swung around, and I was like,
Yeah,
whoa. So just
yeah,
more.
yeah. I looked down and I was like, wow, that's a massive bush. And I just had to keep looking down. I was like,
That
wow,
guy,
that guy,
he was
he was
blessed.
blessed.
He was a knight based on that alone. Yeah,
I
but
agree.
he's
Yeah,
sees another tall person, that tall girl, and he was like, "Yep, she's tall. I'm into that." I
yeah,
thought it was a good episode. It's also shorter. It was 30 minutes. I
yeah.
kind of like that.
I paused it to go. Yeah, I liked it, but I like paused it at one point. I was like, oh, I probably got like 30 minutes left. I had to go help learn with something. And it was like 7 minutes left. And I was like, wait, what? That sucks. Like I like the long form. Like I don't know. This is a different conversation, but like how this is like normal to TV again, where it's not like they drop a whole season
Yeah,
like a Netflix thing or something like that. So you like have to wait another week for an episode. So you just kind of like sit there and you're like, okay, well, I hope it
yeah.
is an hour because I want to sit here for an hour because I got a whole week to wait. And so I mean, I get the shorter form. I thought the Dunk and the woman, the taller woman, like you were talking about, I think that'll be an
I also
interesting
thought she was
storyline.
like 13
Um,
at first, so I don't
she might
know.
be. So Dunk, I don't know if you know like much about the books or like the legitimacy of like the
Yeah,
whole
not
storyline,
much.
but Dunk in this is supposed to be like
Oh,
16 or 17
I
years
thought he
old.
was like in his 20s.
When this is well, yeah, so I watched this guy, it's something X alt or something like that on YouTube. He like explains each
Okay.
episode. He did it with like Game of Thrones and stuff like that. He was like talking about that. He was like, I'm not too certain because the actor is
Yeah.
28. If they want him to be portrayed as older, but he should be like 16 or
Okay.
17 at this point in time.
Okay. That makes sense.
Um,
That makes a lot of sense.
yeah. So you don't know the storyline with Egg then?
I
You don't
don't,
know who Egg
and
is?
yeah,
Okay, I'm not gonna. I
I was
won't
gonna spoil
spoil
it.
it.
I do. I have been. I've been rocking. I got a Kindle for Christmas, so I've been reading a bunch of books. So the
Okay,
Thrones universe is something I'm going to dig into because there's some
dope.
good stuff in there. But yeah, anyway, I like this episode. I think him getting his own crest and being like Egg being like, put a tree on there, and he's like, and a shooting star. Like it shows that. I mean, if he is 16
Yeah,
or 17, that makes sense. He's like, yeah, shooting star. Put a shooting
yeah.
star on there.
Well, and he's like, he's obviously super goofy, so that's gonna lead him like to be nervous around girls. But he's also like, if he is 16 or 17, you probably also nervous
Yeah.
around girls. And I thought that whole interaction between like Egg not being able to like
Mm-hmm.
speak in that conversation too because of his shortcomings, no pun intended, and then obviously Dunk, he has like very little brains, so he's just kind of like I don't know how to go about this conversation. And then them recapping it at the end of like, do you think I messed that up? And Hank's like, no,
No,
I
she's
think it
painting the
was
shield,
fine. I
isn't
mean,
she?
she's a good
Yeah.
painter, Chris. Yeah, yeah. It was like so
He was
funny.
like, "Well, I am paying
So,
her, so it's not like
um,
she's doing it for free."
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, I really enjoyed that episode. I thought the ending of the episode was very intriguing too because he kind of comes out of that like really goofy character with like no he kind of feels a purpose, but he doesn't have a
hmm
purpose in the first episode 99%. And then when they're sitting around the fire and he's like, I'm going to show these people what I've come to do. Like this is my time to prove myself. I think it'll be very interesting to see how that sets up for the
yeah,
next episode.
yeah. I think it's gonna be really good. I'm excited. I don't like you said, like you know more about it than I do, so you kind of know. Do you know where it's going essentially?
No, and I don't think I mean, I don't know how many
Mhm.
seasons this is supposed to be, and I'm not sure. I don't think it matters if you know
Okay.
who Egg is or not, or his purpose in the storyline. I don't think that's the purpose of the storyline. It seems like the purpose of the storyline really is just
Yeah.
like Dunk and following along
Yeah.
with him, and then the other stuff kind of
Yeah.
transpires around
Yeah.
it. But it'll if you don't know, don't
Okay.
find out.
Okay.
Find out through the show because if it goes down that path line, it's
Okay.
going to be
Cool.
mind
And
blowing. I
if
think
we don't
it's
find
really
out during
good.
the show, I will be asking you after.
Yes, I'll let you know the lore
Yeah.
of both of them. But I don't know how many. I don't know if this is just about the tourney, or like if there's supposed to be 5 or 6 seasons. Like I'm not sure kind of what their plans are. I haven't read too much into like what their plans on how many
Yeah. Well, the
episodes and stuff
episode
is.
guide says there. Well, it only has 3 up, but I think that said that there were 6 episodes of this. So
Yeah,
yeah, but hopefully it's a hit and they just keep making them because I think the people like they should keep
yeah,
making shows. And I want more. I need more House of the Dragon in my life. ASAP.
yeah. I mean, supposedly they're supposed to do one. They're supposed to do two other shows. One is following
Okay,
Jon Snow after he gets
that'll be
sent to the
sick.
Knights Guard. Um, and then I want to say there's supposed to be one about oh man,
Okay,
Jamie
that would be awesome
Lannister
too.
himself. So both of those, but I'm not certain if they're actually going to happen. Like they've talked about doing different shows for years, so I'm not sure
Yeah,
what the plan is.
but yeah, it's like I said. This show 2 episodes in, I'm hooked. Want to keep watching. Want to keep learning about it.
Mhm.
You mentioned something earlier today when we were texting about weather. And I need to
Yeah.
know where you're going with this because I might go completely left field that you don't expect.
Okay. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I like weather. So like when we talk
Yep.
about being autistic, uh, like natural disasters and like um, intense weather is kind of like the thing that I like to do. Like when I go to bed, I'll throw on a video of a tornado, a random tornado from like 2003. So I really enjoy weather. And then like obviously when it snows and stuff like this, like I watch this guy named Ryan Hall. He's really cool. He's on YouTube. He's kind of um up the game of like in-depth weather
Okay.
reporting specifically on the nation. Like not like there everybody obviously, especially when it comes to like tornadoes, like Oklahoma has their own people that do like TVs and stuff like that. But Ryan Hall's really good. So anyway, he was like live streaming. He's got like 20 people that report to him, like they're out on the roads during snowstorms or hurricanes or whatever it is. So that's what I've been doing all weekend was like watching his streams and playing video games. So, where are you going? I'm excited to
Oh,
see where you're
I'm
going to
gonna
go with
pull
the
up. I
weather.
just emailed myself a couple pictures that I saw on Instagram today or Twitter, one of the two.
Oh, hell yeah.
About why this weather is happening right now. About who
Oh,
and about
sweet. You think
who
it's
is controlling the weather right now. And it is,
okay?
I want to
I
I want to
can't wait.
say
Yeah, this is not.
that it is not my beliefs, but I think it was so funny when I saw this because I was like, if this is where
Yeah,
Tanner's going, There's no way. So this is. Let
Yeah,
me
I'm
share
not
the
really like
screen.
a. I am a conspiracy theorist guy, but not for weather.
Yeah. Let me go to my screen. The Leviathan is the reason that we are getting the weather.
Hmm, I saw that.
Then there's another picture
I saw that. It
where
was
the
awakening. I saw
Leviathan
that
is
on
waking up
Facebook
near
today.
Virginia, and this is why
Yeah.
they're trying to freeze the Leviathan out. Can you see the screen?
It's black right now. There it
Yeah,
is. Yeah, I did
yeah.
see
So
that.
they're in the because of the bases. That is why we are getting the freeze, because the military is, as you can't, says you can't access my video. That's beautiful. Maybe I'll be no video for the rest of the time. That's what I get for trying to use my old computer. And
Oh
can you hear me though?
no.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah,
You're
but
still here. And the freeze frame of you smiling, looking at the picture of the Leviathan,
there we
honestly
go. We'll just
fits
keep
very
that
well.
the rest of the way. But yeah, I thought that was so fun. I love conspiracy theories. I love conspiracy theorists most of all because it's always something insane. But it's just so funny that that's where they decided to go. Is like the U.S. government.
To keep the Leviathan at bed. Okay. I can still hear you, but oh. All right, guys. Hello. My name is Tanner. Uh Usually on the sports as we talked about. Caleb's coming back soon. Luke is in lovely Florida right now. We're all very jealous of him. Just to go over a quick recap of the snowstorm. Started snowing here Sunday morning, very early, about 1 a.m. Got about 5 to 6 inches of snow. And then we got some sleet, some ice, and a little bit of rain. It's been freezing under 32 degrees for the past 3 days. And so now we've got about a half inch of ice on top of 5 inches of snow outside. Just some fun facts about the weather. 240 million Americans were affected by this storm, one of the biggest snowstorms in the history of the United States. A million people lost power. As of yesterday, I think 750,000 people still didn't have power. Um, Really cool tidbit about this storm started in New Mexico, actually, where they got the most amount of snow, about 2 feet, and it worked all the way across the United States. And as it did, it started to expand. There was an ice line, so there was snow above, like in Kentucky. There was snow first in Nashville, and then a massive ice storm came through Nashville, completely wiped out power for most of Nashville. I think it was like 75, 80%, and then continued towards us. So we got a part of the snow and a part of the ice here in Maryland as well. While it was impacting like Virginia and the Carolinas and Maryland, down on the southern end, there's a massive ice storm in northern Mississippi and northern Alabama. Took out power there. Obviously, if you think about these places, they're not well equipped for any type of snow, any type of ice. And so they've got down power lines, down trees. One of my friends, Blake, actually, he works with a power company, works on power lines. He flipped a truck. He's okay. But he like slid off the road and flipped the truck or something of that nature. Blake is okay. But with that, after the storm system moved up and some warm air came up from the Gulf, there were tornadoes in Georgia. So southern Georgia got hit with a line of storms that came through, widespread wind event, and a couple of tornadoes with this massive system as well, which I think is so interesting. That up north can get all this snow and some ice, and it's all kind of like together, and then there's spread out storms on the bottom of the low pressure system causing tornadoes. So just some fun tidbits. I thought he would be back by now. Give you a little recap or a little precap of what's coming next week. There may be another storm system, a completely different storm system, different type, I should say, that will impact the Mid-Atlantics, the Carolinas, and the Northeast as well. It may snow again on Sunday again. Basically, this is called a nor'easter. So a lot of people in my region kind of understand what a nor'easter is. Basically, it's similar to like a tropical storm in the summertime, but it's in the wintertime. And so it's off the coast of the United States and it's spinning up the coast. With that, the Arctic air, sorry, I need to be at the top of my screen, comes down. So the cold air is coming down. It's bringing moisture with it as well. And so, depending on where it is along the coastline, like if it's right off the coast, we'll get clipped with snow over and over, depending on how fast it's moving up. And so, hey, Caleb, welcome back. I'm in
Well,
the middle of
thanks.
giving a preview of the next snowstorm, killing time.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah. I
I
just
hope
I
that.
had to switch to my phone because I'm using my old computer right now and it
Okay.
is whack.
Will all of this be in the episode? Because
Yeah.
if okay, perfect. Because I've been talking for like 3 minutes, so I'm almost done. So in this bomb cyclone, so basically a storm has to drop 24 millibars of pressure in a 24-hour period to become a bomb cyclone. But anyway, this nor'easter is going to push off to the north on the coast. If it's close enough to the coast with the Arctic air, we're going to get more snow. If it's further out over the ocean, we won't get any snow. So be looking for that Sunday morning into Sunday night, maybe Saturday. They're not too certain on specifically what time, but there is a chance for more snow this weekend.
That's incredible.
There we
I
go.
need to get to my notes on my phone, so I might have to dip out for another second. But
Okay.
all of my
Um,
notes are on my phone. I don't know if it'll keep it up.
I will
Uh,
try. I will try to keep going though.
okay, it's still go. We're good. We're good. I'm just gonna email my notes to myself, and because I have other things to talk about, starting with um this. Did you see this video of this girl eating an entire rotisserie chicken on a plane?
No, so that I am not aware of.
It is insane. Like she was talking. She was like, the only thing you need in a carry on is a rotisserie chicken. And I thought that was ridiculous. How do you feel about that as a plain snack?
I mean, how long was the flight?
I She didn't say,
Has to be
but
long enough to eat. So I'm gonna say it's at least a 6 hour flight, right? To me, it is crazy, no doubt about it. But I don't think it's as bad as like people that bring like tuna fish sandwiches on a plane. I've seen
oh
that. That
yeah,
stinks.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah. So it's like a rotisserie chicken, and you can like share that with your neighbor too. You're not gonna eat a whole rotisserie chicken yourself. So like, I don't know.
You
I
might
don't.
though, if that's what she was talking about, how she needs that for her protein and how that's what she like. It's just it seemed like it was her snack.
That's her thing. I mean, it's definitely weird. There's no doubt about that. That is a very strange thing to do. I would say tuna fish sandwiches is worse.
Yeah, oh, much worse. Much worse. But I think the fact of like a greasy, nasty, like that's too much.
Well, she probably comes well equipped, right? You would think that she has some napkins, like good
She
napkins.
didn't show napkins.
You think she just took that whole plane ride with greasy hands?
I mean, I don't know. I'm just telling you what the information I was given, and it was not it was not that.
So you're
So
not you're not on board with the rotisserie chicken?
I don't think so. I think if someone was sitting next to me just chomping on a rotisserie chicken, I think I'm out.
What would be so let's okay. Top three worst things that your neighbor on an airplane could be eating.
I think tuna fish
What
sandwich
do you think?
is one.
Yeah, that was my number. That's my 101. I drafted that for sure.
And I don't think it's necessarily a top three bad thing. I mean, I think there's worse, but I don't know. Like I think
Yeah,
that's
that's
bad. I don't know. Like a whole plate of ribs wouldn't be ideal.
a whole plate of ribs would be a wild thing. Like because they probably have tin foil, right? So they're gonna open up the tin foil, and you're gonna be like,
Yeah.
"What the hell?" And you look over, and it's a whole rack of ribs. and that
Yeah,
like ribs do smell like good. You know, like there's a lot of things in
I
life
love
where
rib.
like if you're at a barbecue joint and you smell ribs, you're like that smells delicious. On an airplane,
Yeah,
I don't think you would like the smell of ribs, to be honest. I think it would
yeah,
smell pretty nasty.
yeah, yeah. So I think there are levels to what you can be like that can be acceptable
Yeah.
because but I think that when you're in like such a compact space, like you need something that doesn't plane on the plane yesterday, a girl pulled out a bag, a plastic bag, and in that plastic bag was a bowl of ramen.
Are you serious?
And it was very pungent.
That's worse than rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, like it was like side yeah, like you can't have ramen in on a plane.
I
And
mean, I
I told you I had some stories about my like
dude, is
yeah,
that
it
not the
was it
worst
was
part of your
ridiculous.
flight? How does
But
that even happen?
yeah, well, it wasn't necessarily the best part of my flight by any means. But
Were there worse things that
um,
happened? Did you get
no, probably
delayed?
not. But I mean, it was only a 2 hour, 2.5 hour flight, and she did get up 3 times, and she was the window.
I mean, listen, there's so much etiquette that's wrong with that, right? Like, I don't know what the time
Yeah,
period is of the amount of flight, but like, you shouldn't be able to bring your own food on a flight if it's less than 4 hours long.
yeah. You
Second,
can bring like a snack. I think you can bring a snack, like a bag of chips or something.
sure, but like food, I'm talking like ramen, chicken,
Yeah,
whatever, like an actual meal, like an actual lunch.
yeah,
It's got to be at least 4 hours long. Second,
yeah,
if you take the window seat, you have to be prepared to not move.
yeah,
You can't move.
yeah, 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 yeah.
That's
So I was in the middle. I mean, all right, it's already bad. I'm on Spirit. I'm not. I don't have much money. I'm aware of that. So I'm choosing my battles already. I'm on Spirit. It
yeah,
was so funny though because we get on the flight and they make an announcement like, just so you guys know, there is no Wi-Fi equipped on this plane. And I like groaned like I was gonna get the Wi-Fi anyway. I wasn't. And was like then I was like I like did that and I was like, I'm not gonna get the Wi-Fi. Why would do I
yeah,
care? Like again,
yeah.
I'm on a Spirit flight. And then they were like they made another announcement. They're like, yeah, there's no potable water on this flight, so drinks won't have ice in them. Again, I'm not gonna get
Okay,
a drink. But I was like, this is ridiculous. Like, why is there no ice?
yeah,
And I was like, I'm
yeah.
not getting the ice. I'm not getting the water. Why am I irritated with ice? But there was this like I'm in the middle seat. Like people should not be crossing into my lane, right? Like I'm
Hmm.
already in the middle seat. Like I already have the worst seat in the plane.
Yeah.
This like high school kid was sitting next to my left, and he kept like his foot kept touching mine, and my feet were just underneath the chair in front of me between the two metal pieces that keep the chair up.
Yeah.
Like nobody should be touching me under there.
Do you think he had a crush on you or something? Like, was he trying to,
No,
or
I don't.
was he trying to
No, I
let
don't
you
think
know
so.
the girl had ramen? Do you think he was like trying to?
I don't. This was far before the ramen.
Okay.
And then he would like lean. He was like leaning on me at one point. Like he turned his back to me and used my shoulder as a backrest.
Spirit is a wild place. It's
It's
like
a
the Wild
wild.
West.
It's a wild west, and it's fine. I survived. I don't. The plane didn't go down, but I was like, if this is my last moments, if this plane does go down, like this is the worst way to have it happen.
I mean, I just feel like there's so many airplane etiquette. And listen, like you said, like I fly Spirit. If it's under 3 hours, I'm flying Spirit too. It's the cheapest.
Yeah,
You're
because
only on the
I
plane
got I
for.
got
It's like,
yeah
what's the point?
yeah I got round trip flight to Florida for like $60.
Yeah, that's easy. No problem.
Like you can't beat that.
But with that, you get a lot of people that don't have any type of etiquette, right? So like for me, like you
Hmm.
were talking about middle seat. Middle seat is middle seat, right? Like
Yeah.
you can have the armrests if you want them. If you're in the window seat, you have the window. You lean against the window,
Yeah.
right? If you have the aisle seat, you lean into the aisle, right?
Yeah.
And
You
that's
can put
just
your
the way
foot
that
out.
it
You can
goes.
put your foot out. You can put your foot out into the aisle. Why is it going into the middle seat?
Yeah.
And like, and it's not like you're flying Spirit. You're not better than anybody else who's flying Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know, like that's where I was like, I'm not gonna like like I'm irritated, but I'm not gonna say anything because like we're all on Spirit. No, but like I don't, like
Nobody
it's not
wants
like
to be there right now. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like I should have taken the upgrade for like $15 to sit in the exit row.
Yeah.
But like by the time I got up there, people were already in line to try to sign up. So I was like, I'm not doing this. But yeah, that's my gripe with my flight. But luckily, like I flew in yesterday to Newark and didn't have any delays, didn't have any problems with
That's
that.
awesome. Yeah.
And
That's
I've
awesome.
flown Spirit before where I got delayed like 3 hours for no reason. So
Yeah.
getting to the point where I'd had none, no delays, nothing. Like we're good.
Yeah, the delays
Um,
is the real risk, I think, with Spirit,
yeah.
where you're like, that's why
Be-
you get such a cheap ticket because you think, there's like a 50-50 chance that you're going to sit there for an extra 3 hours, one way or the
yeah.
other.
And I think I read somewhere that they will do like they'll book like four flights out of the same airport
Hmm.
in within like 3 hours of each other and or like from like one to four, and if they don't all fill up they'll just keep pushing people to the next flight till the
So
plane is full.
that happened to me. And they said that it was because they had to fix something on the plane, but the plane's not at the gate. It's like, bro, where are you taking the plane?
Yeah.
I'm not an airport expert, but there's no place that you take the plane like a shop that it gets fixed. Like they
Yeah.
come fix the plane on the tarmac.
Yeah.
Like the plane's not there. We know the plane's not there.
Yeah.
It was like 2.5 hours that we sat with like this, oh, it's coming. There's technical difficulties. It's like, don't lie. Just tell us what you're doing. It's fine. If you're honest about it, it's still annoying, but it's not as annoying as you lying and us still getting delayed.
Yeah. Mine was the pilot and the rest of this isn't this time, but like when I was before I got held up for 6 hours. And it was because they needed a new pilot and staff because the one that was supposed to fly us had to go on break. It was like, why did you? That doesn't make sense. That's not a real reason because
How
they
does the
knew that this flight was happening.
Yeah,
But in
it
reality,
has to
the
go
flight
on,
wasn't
right?
full. Yeah, yeah. The flight just wasn't full, so you were just pushing us to the next one, and that's okay. If you just said that, I'd be like, okay, yeah, my bad. Should have booked a later flight.
What what kind of break do they need? Like the flight has been set up for months. They
Yeah,
know this. Like
yeah,
what? How do you just decide? All right, this one's gonna get. You know what? We overbooked you. You've been
yeah.
flying 2 weeks straight. Like what are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently, they can only fly for X amount of. The same with like truck drivers. Like they can only go a certain amount of hours at a time without a break. And it
Yeah.
was like the flight would have landed like an hour over that, and it's like then get us like you should have been prepared for this.
Yeah.
But
How is that the crew and the flight like or the pilot? I don't understand.
yeah, yeah. So
Scared
well,
shit.
hey, but I'll fly it every time.
I'll fly it again though.
I'll fly it again. I'll fly that. I'll fly Frontier, whichever one, whatever time. If I go on Google Flights and it says this one's for $58 round trip, I'll take that.
Yeah, 100%.
You mess with Google Flights?
Yeah, Google Flights is how I start out. I'm like, okay,
It's my
who's
best friend.
flying? Yeah,
Yeah,
what's happening
yeah,
right now? And
yeah,
then all right, well, I can go this place at this time. Got a good flight. Yeah,
yeah.
flights.
You,
When I flew, so Ricky got married in San Francisco in last June.
yeah,
So got a flight out there. I was like, all right, no big deal. I really wanted to have a direct flight. And so I was like, all right. So I was leaving here in Maryland at like 6 a.m. and I get in San Francisco at like 9:30 a.m., but it's plus the
yeah,
3 hours because of the time
yeah,
zone. So I'm like, all right, well, I'll have 6 hours of sleep. the night before I worked, so like I was packing, whatever. So I slept at home for like an hour, and I was like, all right,
Yeah,
I'll
of
sleep
course,
on the
little
plane.
nap.
What'd you say?
Just get a little nap in.
Yeah, got a little nap, sleep on the plane. I'll be reset when I get to San Francisco.
Yeah,
Get on the plane. Father and a son are sitting next to me. I'm in the aisle seat. That's the only one they had left for this flight. So I'm like, I'm not worried about it. I'm not kidding you. Every 30 minutes, as soon as I'd be like, and I could feel myself get into a deep sleep, they tap my leg. We got to go to the
yeah,
bathroom. Not even politely
yeah,
asking me. And then it
yeah.
got to
Just
the
telling
point,
you.
like the third or fourth time, that they were like frustrated with me for being asleep,
How
that
dare
I
you?
wouldn't get up in time for them to go to the bathroom. So I didn't sleep at all on the flight. And I ended up
Yeah,
like up for like 48 hours in a row because I
yeah.
didn't get to sleep on the flight. I had nowhere to sleep during the day. It was a disaster. And it was so like people are just so inconsiderate on flights.
They
I just
are
don't get it.
like it's like they feel like they're not flying first class. They're obviously their own
Yes.
Spirit. But
Yeah.
it's it's whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But um, yeah. I also another thing I don't really have a transition for this. I don't always have transitions, but I also wanted to talk about 2016,
Talk about what?
our first full year out of high
Yeah.
school.
Okay.
2016. It's a big thing these days. Everybody's talking about how much they love 2016. And I texted Luke the other day. I was like, I don't. I was looking through like my pictures and stuff. I was like, I don't know what I did in 2016.
Yeah. I don't have a
And
ton. I went
he
back.
had to explain to me that it wasn't about what you did; it was about the vibe.
Yeah. I agree with that statement. That's a good statement. I went back because everybody was posting pictures and I was like, oh, I have my photos from 2016. I wonder how many photos I have. I didn't have any. I had like a bunch of like pictures of
Yeah, I
football
have like
players
nothing. Like I
saved that I
even
was putting as my backgrounds, but I don't have any pictures of what I was doing at the time. You know what I mean? Like I know
yeah,
what I was doing. I
yeah.
know I was working at a restaurant. I was living at Mason's parents' house. I think I may have moved into my own house that year, if I remember correctly.
Okay,
The vibes 100% were great. And so, like, my thought process when you said you wanted to talk about this was like pre-COVID and post-COVID. And like pre-COVID vibes were
yeah,
always so good. Like even when I was in my early 20s, right before COVID, or like I had
yeah.
just lost my like I got a new job, I didn't like my job, whatever it was a different life back then. You know, and we were younger, a lot less responsibility. We're full on adults now. We're
It
28
was.
years old. And so, but man, 2016, what a time, dude. What a time. I mean, no responsibility.
I turned 29 on Thursday.
Dude, that's so crazy. On this coming Thursday?
Yeah,
Nice. What are you gonna do?
this coming Thursday, I'm gonna be unk.
You're gonna be on what when I turned
Probably go to
28 this year.
Chili's.
Oh, it says I'm reconnecting. Or maybe you're reconnecting. I don't know. I can hear you.
Maybe I'm reconnecting. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It wouldn't be a Yelling at Pigeons podcast if there wasn't technical
Or
difficulties.
a little reconnecting. Chili's would be a good I mean, what do you do for a 29th birthday? It doesn't matter. Like when I turned 28, I was like, this doesn't matter.
Nothing.
You just
Yeah.
you just like legitimately feel older and then think back to like when your parents were telling you that life sucks when you get older, enjoy what you're doing in 2016, right? Your parents are like, 19's a great age. And you're like, no. And now you're turning 29. You're like, damn, I wish I was 19 again.
Wish I was 10 years younger.
I agree. I couldn't agree
Now
more.
my back hurts all the time.
Me too. I got to stretch before I play golf now.
Like,
Like, how old am I?
yeah. Yeah. I mean, even
Oh,
a couple years ago, I threw my back out when I was about to play golf.
yeah. It happens. Like, we're in the stage of life where, like, you get excited to do something and there is now a 1 to 2% possibility where you're going to throw your back out and it ruins your plans.
Yeah.
How
Or
are we
you're
this
gonna eat something and you're gonna get heartburn.
heartburn? True. Like what is this world coming to?
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
Yeah. It's crazy. I always thought that some of the ailments that I have right now were for like 45-year-olds, and I had so much longer to
Yeah.
to wait. But no, it's like I should probably start going to see a doctor regularly.
Yeah. I was thinking about that last week.
I was like, man, I
Yesterday I
should probably
shoveled.
find a primary care doctor.
I need one too. I shoveled snow yesterday, and my immediate thought was, I need a nice hot bath. I mean,
Yeah,
how old do you got to be like be like, I need to go rest my legs in hot water and salt?
yeah,
What?
yeah. It's
Oh,
ridiculous.
it's sad.
It's ridiculous. Dude, I'm trying to pull up my computer is the worst right now, so I don't even have anything to pull up. I like emailed it to myself and it's just not connecting to anything. So we're gonna see if it works. But there were some like big things that came out in 2016. There were some like awesome movies. There were some crazy good
Okay.
albums. I mean, there were even like sports stuff. Like that's the year the Cubs won the World Series
Yeah, that's true.
for the first time in 100 and some years.
The Jets were halfway decent in
Like there were, I was like,
2016.
man, this was awesome. This were they? What was the record?
I want to say that year they went 8-8. They had Ryan Fitzpatrick, and we played the Bills in the last
Okay,
game of the
there you go.
season. And if we'd won, we'd made the playoffs, but we lost. But it was an electric season. We had Brandon Marshall and Eric Decker, and both of them went
But there
for a
was that.
thousand
There was
yards.
hope. There was
There
hope.
was hope. There was hope, which we'll touch on in our
Yeah,
sports
that's
podcast. We're not going to turn this into
that's
a sports
what
podcast. Didn't
we're
one
not.
of Kendrick's
We're not.
albums come out
But
in
no, I
2016?
think there's a lot of cool. I think that's when 679 by Fetty Wap came out.
Banger. Yeah, because then he was at
Banger of an album.
what was that festival that was at Dover? Everybody used to go to.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was there. I can't think of the name of it, but he went there, and everybody
Yeah.
said he was the worst live performance they've ever heard. But
Very
his
possible.
his songs over the radio or through whatever you were using was pretty good.
Yeah, Trap Queen. Trap Queen is an all-time banger.
Mm-hmm.
It's anytime I see the number 1738, I just yeah, baby goes through my head.
Yeah, baby.
Yeah. Squaw. And I mean, I think that's the year that Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates comes out. Great movie.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen that. Grown Ups 2 came out that year as well.
I did see Grown Ups
Um,
too.
I think La La Land came out that. I've never seen La La Land, but I know people liked it a
Like
lot.
that. Yeah. Big pop culture hit.
Yeah. And again, my computer's not working, so thought we were going to talk way more about.
Yeah, we'll just sit here and
This is
list off things that possibly came out, most likely not, because we're so old and our minds don't work very well. 10 years ago, so the Cubs won the World Series. Who won the Super Bowl?
yeah,
Is that the
probably the Patriots. That was
no?
2017 was 28-3.
Yeah, 2016.
Then
I
the
want to say
Broncos.
is the Broncos year when Peyton Manning couldn't throw the ball, but the defense won the Super
Yeah,
Bowl, right?
yeah,
Or was that
yeah.
2015? Are we blanking on 2016? Now, I think that was 2015.
But was it the year? Like
Yeah,
the first
I
part of
guess.
the regular season was 2015,
Yeah.
and then Super Bowl 50. Who was it? I think that's Broncos.
Is that the
Broncos Seahawks.
Broncos? Yeah.
Or was not Broncos Seahawks? Yeah, no, Broncos Panthers.
Yeah, Broncos Panthers. Broncos Seahawks was
Because
2013, I think. 2013,
yeah,
2014.
yeah. All right, yeah, this computer is a piece of trash.
Yeah, I don't have anything to. I have my phone, but I don't want to take it down and get called in like reconnecting or something.
Yeah, I think that's when like Shawn Mendes started making music. And I like Shawn
Yeah.
Mendes.
Shawn Mendes, good music. Harry Styles,
Hairstyles around that time.
good.
I think Justin Bieber's Purpose album came out that year.
Okay.
Kobe dropped 60 points in his last game.
RIP. Yeah, RIP. Wow.
That's the year that I went to a Lakers game and held my sign that said Iggy can't rap, and Nick Young agreed with me, and then hit all three of his free throws.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a pretty sick
So,
story.
and
If only you had
it
pictures
was,
of it.
I have a picture of it, so I could post that.
There you go.
Yeah, I was hoping we could, because again, I don't have pictures of me when I was that age, but I was hoping that I could make the thumbnail of pictures of us when we were 19 years old. But I don't have that. Like, I was looking through it through my Instagram and everything. I have like 4 pictures on my Instagram from that year.
I don't even have the same Instagram. My Instagram got
Yeah,
hacked between now and 2016. So that Instagram's gone.
that's the most late 2010s thing of all time.
100%. Yeah.
Getting
Was getting hacked.
Instagram. Getting your Instagram hacked. Does yours say how long we've been recording for? Because mine only says 25 minutes, but that's from when I put it on my phone.
46 minutes.
Oh, we're cruising. We're good. We're good. I just only go like an hour and a half,
Yeah.
But yeah, I think 2016 was cool. Like I was working at Hit It with Luke. Anytime you get a chance to work with your best friend at a job,
I agree.
that's some good stuff.
That's top. Yeah, that's top level living. Mason and I were working together at the bistro at that point.
Oh yeah. So you get it. It was tomfoolery happening when you work with your best friend.
Always
It was
goofing
like
off.
we were going bowling like every Friday because the Cambridge lanes had like $10 unlimited bowling from 9 to midnight.
Yeah.
All before we could even drink in public.
The Cambridge bowling alley is closing. Totally off topic, but they're closing.
No.
Yeah, they're closing up shop. They're selling
What do you
vending
mean?
machines on Facebook.
No way.
Yeah.
We need to buy a vending machine. Do you have any pins?
We should buy.
Do you have any pins for sale? That would be awesome. I have been following this guy on TikTok that's rebuilding a bowling alley.
That's pretty
refurbishing a bowling alley. So that could be pretty cool.
Every time I go bowling, I'm like, this was so much fun. I want to go again, and then I don't go for another 3 years. And I feel as if
because if you don't go
to the
like
masses.
Yeah, it's also like kind of expensive these days because unless you go on like a special night.
I feel like
and
everything like that is
I'm gonna be honest, I'm not spending $30 to bowl for an hour.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. You go in there, you get a couple beers, you get some shitty food, and you're out like $70 just to go bowling. And that's like every activity like bowling.
And I'm not good at bowling.
Expensive. Yeah. I'm enjoying the camaraderie.
Yeah.
We could just do it at my house
if I was
board games.
Yeah, we could pull up a Wii and play Wii bowling.
Underrated.
That's 2006 or 2008. I don't know.
I think it was.
That's the years I want to talk about.
I agree. Let's go back 20 years. That was when we were really living.
Let's go back.
We were 9.
Dude, Heelys. And Heelys and a ripstick.
Yeah. And life was so simple, dude. Right? Like, if I played video games, I didn't even know that PlayStation Network was free. I was playing video games by myself, just doing dynasties before you'd record it and try to get some clout off of it. I probably had 300-400 hours into MLB The Show back then in one game, just playing, like, signing players. Like, I don't understand how a salary cap works. Turning it off. Like, what a time, dude.
Dude, I played Madden 06 until 2009.
That's a good game. Madden 06, one of the best Maddens.
Dude, it introduced, I think the hit stick came out in 05, and then Madden 06, probably the worst thing to come into Madden was the passing cone. Do you remember that? The quarterback vision cone where you had...
Here's my thing about the vision cone. It was before its time. I think if they
it made so much sense. So much sense because 100%. Some quarterbacks could see the entire field. My second-year Ben Roethlisberger could only see a little bit of the field, and it made sense.
And you had
like the quarterback shouldn't be able to see. Yeah.
You didn't have guys scrambling out, throwing off back foot all the way across the field, 60 yards. Like that's video games now. And like, yeah, that's cool. It's arcadish, but like I want like some sort of simulation football game. Like I want to be able to look the
Yeah.
safety off or look the linebacker back so I can hit the drag back.
Mm-hmm.
Like that thing, honestly, way before its time, they should try to bring that back. If Madden ever split into like this is what we're gonna do for like realism, like they have like the splits now, and this is arcade. Like you want to have a good time, you want to hit stick everybody, juke everybody. But if you want to play
Yeah.
like legitimate football, this is it. Here's a cone. You got to look the
Yeah.
safety off. You got guys that can throw no look passes. It's a trait that you can get, right? Stafford has it.
Yep.
Okay, Mahomes
Yep.
has it. But like not everybody can throw off their back foot to where they're not looking, right? Like
Yeah.
100% should make that
Yeah.
change.
Yeah. Yeah. A pump fake, like pump fakes just don't matter in Madden these days.
Yeah. Dude, and they should. The
There
amount of
was a
guys
time
that
when you could pump fake and the defense comes towards you.
Yep. You pump fake a screen and then he runs a go. That happens all the time in real football.
Mm-hmm. Dude, Big Ben pump faking out of a sack.
Stop it. What a time, dude. What a time.
It was a beautiful time in our existence. And also bring back mascot games in college football.
100% agree. Couldn't agree
You remember
more.
those?
Yeah.
The jukes were like a side flip, the hurdles were a front flip over the defender. Like give me
100%.
that. Give me that all day.
Give us more fun things in video games. But the company doesn't make
video
the
games
money.
fun
That's
again.
the issue, right? Like that's the issue with the world now.
Yeah.
Is that video games don't make money unless they're like you need to play Ultimate Team and you got to spend $100 a month to keep up with your Ultimate Team. And we're not giving you a mascot
guess what?
mode like Madden. A great. This is a recent Madden thing, but they had Superstar KO, right? Me, Logan, and Noah would play Superstar KO all the time. It was arcadey. It was fun. Like the game ran on the same engine. The Superstar KO in Madden 26. I'm not kidding you. Runs on the same the same engine that it was on 2023. It's glitchy. It's really slow. The players that you get now aren't even cool players. Like you used to be able to get really cool players. You can't even get those anymore. Like,
dude, the Legends getting Troy Polamalu on there was incredible.
Make that stuff fun again. I'd spend money on Superstar KO if it like I could get cool packs for my team and wear different jerseys. I'd pay for that. Cosmetics. I think only cosmetics should be something that you buy in a video game. Doesn't matter what the video game is. You should have to grind. If you want to have a really good team, you got to have to grind.
Yeah. Dude, I love how we got nostalgic and then we got angry about how things
and then we got angry about how things are now. Things suck, dude. We're old. Video games are all about profit. And I got to get a bath after I shovel my driveway. Like, what is happening?
Dude, I keep a heating pad on my bed.
Yeah. It's like that sometimes, dude. And it's sad.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. Because I'm done with it.
I'm done with it too.
Ready to put me in a box. It's like this time. It's like from the time you're like 19. Okay.
No, you go. Maybe we'll end the episode on my joke.
I was gonna say from the time from the time you're like 19 till you're like 65, your working years just is just the worst.
Yeah.
Like let me just retire. To be able to retire down to Florida and just play golf every day, but know my body well enough like that your body has stopped like surprising you at that point. So you know how to take care of it better. Now my body's surprising me every day.
But we're working towards something that might not even be achievable, dude. We might not be able to retire. I don't make enough money to retire.
Not
We're
in this
almost 30,
economy.
bro.
Not in
Like,
this economy.
I don't have a pension lined up. You know, like, things aren't the same anymore, dude. The American dream is dead.
I do have a 401k,
All right, there we go.
which is pretty sick to be able to say I have a
Yeah.
401k. So I'm working towards something. I just don't know how to invest in it
I don't know what's going on. I have no
besides taking money
clue,
on my
but I am
paycheck.
working towards
Yeah.
something. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
respect that.
Nobody. No. Yeah, we were too worried about the Boston Tea Party in school to worry about how to do
Finances.
my taxes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I don't even remember the Boston Tea Party anymore. I'm watching YouTube videos on what
Is it
actually happened.
Boston? Yeah. 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 All right. Well, Tanner, hit us with your joke, and
All right, so
it'll be the two of us back. It'll be the two of us back tomorrow for
coming
sports.
back. So, this guy the other day was trying to sell me a casket, and I told him that was the last thing I'd need.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
We'll
Thank
talk
you.
to you. We'll talk to you tomorrow.